Hey girl. Hello Taurus, my name is Simply Velka. I'm going to be providing to you your weekly message for this week. Like with any type of weekly messages or general messages, that is, I always ask for you to rely on your intuition, right? Because I speak better in analogies. So what this means is I'll speak in terms of I'll read the message in terms of the dynamic of a relationship, and in your life it may pertain to a work situation. So that's why I ask you to rely on your intuition for something like this. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, right? That's just, every card is bound to not potentially resonate with you, and you'll know. Everyone has an intuition, right? So yeah, I'm going to be pulling 3 rows for you guys. Your first row is the energies that you're currently dealing with and past energies. Your middle row is going to be the blessings to come. And then your last row is going to be on the advice from your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, whatever you choose to subscribe to, advice from them of what you should be working on this week. I'm going to be pulling clarifiers as I see necessary, but let's just jump into this reading. I'm going to be pulling one more to have the overall theme, the overall energies for this. Okay, we're going to have 2 energies for the overall. So the overall energies that I have for you guys is the 9 of Coins and the Page of Coins. So Taurus, right off the bat, this is telling me that this is going to be a week of, when it comes to the pages is signifying like a new journey and something. So when you have 2 different coins cards, it's almost as if like you want to, this is going to be a week of enjoying the journey, enjoying this new path that you're going to be taken on. In terms of, I almost want to say, in terms of finances, because you have so many different both of these coins cards, along with what I'm seeing in your spread, Taurus, just initially, but overall, I'm just seeing right off the bat, like, this is going to be a week for you to just pay attention to the breadcrumbs that Spirit's leaving you. And I see it in terms of like blessings, right? So let's get into your first row now, Taurus. We have the 8 of Fire, right? And the 8 of Fire says the event's moving at a fast pace, delays are over, things are happening at once. Paired with the Page of Fire, talking about in a new and exciting endeavor, and using your originality, right? I don't know if I showed this card to you yet or not, Taurus. And then for your third card, we have 7 of Fire, defending your beliefs, right? So for this first row, this is giving me the energy that something has started, the ball started rolling for you on something, Taurus. The ball started rolling for you and has started like opening up a new path for you in some type of way. And you're either debating on going down this path, but something's stopping you, because the 7 of Fire is telling me that's like, Spirit's emphasizing that you need to defend your beliefs and choosing your battle. So it's almost as if like you're going down this new path, and that's unfamiliar territory to people that are around you, those people that you hold closest to you. Because they're not understanding it, there's kind of like a little bit of friction going on of some sort, right? There's like maybe not friction, but there's just a little bit of a misunderstanding. And because this is like a uncomfortable territory for you, there might be a little bit of a sense of like feeling overwhelmed, or you might, for this week, Taurus, just feel, if you're questioning if you're doing the right thing or not. And I feel with the clarifiers that I pulled for you, I feel like you absolutely are doing the right thing, because I pulled the Hangman card for you. You're being asked to just commit, Taurus. You're being asked to commit, and you have the 2 of Coins inverted. This is telling me, it's asking you to commit and kind of just drop your load. Drop what you've been carrying, been trying to carry all along. Essentially, this is like, if I were to continue on with this analogy of going down this new territory, going down this new path, and it's uncomfortable territory to those around you, Taurus, this is kind of like the energy of committing to going down this path and very much being like, well, I'm going down here, you guys don't need to come along, like no one invited you, sort of thing. This is like your journey. You don't, when the 7 of Fire comes forward, it's like asking you, pick your battles. Do you really need to have them along this journey? Put it in perspective. Is it necessary to, or are you just trying to keep them along out of like a commitment of some sort, maybe because like, you know, this is like the energy of like, oh, well, they're family, so I should bring them along, right? Kind of that kind of like obligation, right? With the 3 of Pentacles coming in. So it's like something's holding you back from putting yourself first. That's overall what the energies is telling me in this first row, Taurus. So I'm going to be pulling a couple animal cards for that row, just to get a little bit more, see what we have here. So we pulled 3 cards for you. The Peacock card, let yourself stand out. So another energy asking you to just break out from the crowd, essentially. You're being asked to break out this week, Taurus. You have the Cat card. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish the over-dependency on others. So another connection, Taurus, towards this another energy being involved that's holding you back from owning your Peacock energy. Essentially, that's what it's telling me. The Unicorn card comes in saying, indulging in your creative, imaginative side and imaginative and magical side through some sort of artistic expression. This is kind of just like, again, paired with the Peacock energy of just realizing the unique person that you are, as cheesy as it sounds. So yeah, this is just, your first row is just very much so like a coming into power, Taurus, realizing that you don't need anybody else. Does that make sense? So let's continue on into your second row. Your second row, I pulled King of Coins, Queen of Cups, and the Empress card. Powerful cards. So the King of Coins and the Queen of Cups, this is telling me where it's like a very interesting energies. For some people, this is in terms of like a relationship. I kind of feel as if like you are going to be the, which one are you, Taurus? I almost want to say, I almost want to say that you're the Empress and the King of Coins, almost. No, you're the Empress and the Queen of Cups. This feels more correct. You're the Empress and the Queen of Cups in this situation, whereas like the Queen of Cups, you're being asked to open your heart a little bit while still owning like this Empress energy. So how I would try to explain this is that go out on your own, be sure of yourself, but don't be so not so sure of yourself, but don't be so focused on just being bossed up, I guess, that you come off as heartless to other people. You can still be bossed up and sure of yourself and going down your own path and honoring yourself and putting yourself as priority, but still be kind and understanding towards other people's perspectives. Does that make sense? Because you have a King of Coins energy coming in. I'm going to post, I already have the clarifiers in. I'm going to look at them in a moment. But when I see this just off your first 3 cards in the row, this is almost telling me, for in terms of those who are looking for a relationship, you need to like open your heart up a little bit, because this King of Coins isn't going to be receptive towards you unless you open your heart up a little bit. Because it's like, yeah, this guy, this person, I say guy, gender doesn't matter, obviously, right? Look who's talking and giving the reading, right? Gender doesn't matter, but it's almost as if this individual, powerful in their own right, sure of themselves in their own right, it can be intimidating when you're in the process of just owning this Empress energy that I feel like is kind of new-founded for you, right? Because your first row is talking about releasing your codependency on somebody and discovering yourself and learning to stand out as the peacock that you are. That can be intimidating when you're owning that energy, especially when people are not used to that, Taurus. So for your clarifiers, I pulled the Two of Air, the Sun card, and the Page of Earth. So yeah, this Two of Air is talking about it was on top of the Queen of Cups, so this is like, it's talking about unable or unwilling to make a decision on something and pretending there isn't a problem. It's almost as if like when you have it on top of this, it's kind of like someone that's trying to justify themselves for being mean. Well, I don't want to say mean, but maybe just snarky or sassy, right? So it's just like oh, well, this is just how I am, like, take it or leave it sort of thing. So you're pretending as, like, it's not like you're pretending that it isn't a problem, because it isn't a problem per se, but it's almost as if because in this process of like realizing of like only relying on yourself sort of thing and coming into your own power, it's almost as if like some of the habits that you've adopted through this coming of power sense, you it just has become, you've become overall just like, you've become more intimidating, I guess, Taurus. That's really what I'm getting. You become more intimidating, and it's kind of, not that I ever tell someone to like soften themselves up, but it's like, see where you can just improve yourself. Don't just take a, how am I trying to explain this? Because I'm really not trying to tell you guys to like change yourselves and change your personality or anything like that. Like, it's bountiful, right? We have the Sun card, Archangel Uriel, which is 19 equaling to 1. In numerology, where it's like this connection with this person, this King of Coins energy, it's going to be beautiful. This is a beautiful connection. This is in terms of like a person, but in terms of like work, if you're just releasing your codependency on other people and you're just starting your own business or whatever, or starting your own product where it's just your name on it, it's going to be bountiful, right? But it's just like I'm trying to explain this Two of Air and this Queen of Cups dynamic, because it's just like I'm not trying to say that there's anything wrong with like your personality or like what you're giving off, Taurus, but it's almost as if like you know, when you just have like and I can relate to this. I used to have this. It's like when you can develop a hardy exterior when you constantly have to be the only one defending yourself, right? You can start developing a hardy exterior when you're owning that 7 of fire energy and having to just stand up for yourself. So it's like, be aware of this hardy exterior that you have and challenge it. It doesn't necessarily, like, you can be whatever you want, you know, whatever you are, but it's just like challenge of being like how you know, you can always add like a little bit of warmth to any type of personality, I guess is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop sitting on it, right? Because I feel like you guys will get the point. But Page of Earth, again, such a career-oriented reading for you this week, Taurus. This is such a good week in terms of like business, in terms of jobs and stuff like that. This is just because your entire reading is talking about like coming into your own with like your abundance. I mean, this abundance can come usually heavily, it's looking like in terms of finances, but whatever it is you're actively trying to manifest right now. So there could be like a relationship, Taurus. So beautiful week. I'm going to refer to some moon cards for your third row or second row before we go into your last row, Taurus. But yeah, overall, just a really good week. You have been coming into your power, Taurus. You're figuring yourself out. You're finding yourself. And it's like through finding yourself, new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So yeah, this is talking so much about this King of Coins energy, where it's just like, through you figuring yourself out, you just have this bountiful relationship. The Sun card is the best card in the whole tarot deck, right? And then Void of Course Moon, nothing will come of the situation. Yeah, I feel it's just like the Void of Course Moon is on the Queen of Cups. I just feel so much in that, like, there's just something in yourself that, like, I don't know. I just feel so inclined to just, like, challenge your heart. I just feel so inclined to challenge your hardy exterior this week, Taurus, or challenge how you're presenting your energy right now, this week. See if you can adopt a more warm, open side of yourself this week. That's not me saying that you're not warm and open already, Taurus, and just saying, see if you can do something a little bit more, you know, see if you can just be a little bit more fuzzy this week, even if it's out of character for you seemingly, because definitely like would be a benefit to you. New moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Yeah, I just feel like this is just a time for you to just like look inwards and see how you won't, like, I don't know, just be more, I would say adopt more of a feminine energy this week. Even if you are a male, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, right? There's always that everyone has feminine and masculine energy. Maybe lean into your more feminine, like softer side this week, Taurus. I feel like maybe that'll be beneficial for you. So I pulled for your last row the Fool, the World, and the Three of Swords. Oh my goodness. And then for your third row, your actual cards were the Knight of Discs, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So this is right off the bat talking about, like, this is like what you should be working on this week. This isn't definitely like in terms of like your connections overall. This goes back to your codependency on some type of energy. It's going back to some type of energy that Spirit's really trying to give you a heads up on, and not going back and repeating those same patterns, repeating those same loops with people or with in work environment, something, just stopping a pattern that you've been doing that's not doing you service and is actually like dimming your light. With these three cards, the Fool card, the World, and the Three of Swords, it's like, yeah, you're the one that's making the choice. You're the one that's making the choice of whether you want to close out this old energy and start with something new. Like you make the choice this week, Taurus. What do you want the rest of this year to look like for you? Do you want the rest of this year to look like what it's always looked like for you for the past however many years, Taurus, or do you want something new? If you want something new, you need to make yourself uncomfortable. Yeah, that's the reading that I have for you guys, Taurus. Really good reading overall, really good energies. Let me know in the comments below how this reading was helpful to you, which cards called out to you the most, and how it pertains to you and your situation. I always love hearing about it. If this reading was of resonance to you, Taurus, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe, because it does help out my channel so much. But yeah, until next time, Taurus, I am so grateful that you allowed me to read your energies for this week, and hopefully I can provide another reading for you sometime soon. I love you so much, Taurus.